Wesley. Batted away. Ray Bourque for Janney. Wesley driven in. Blocked by Chelios. Can't clear it out. Yes, he did. Wesley just knocked it back in. With Neely offside. And the faceoff is called outside the Montreal line. Just underway. Sudden death. Game number 2. Adams Division Finals. The Bruins leading. And in the regulation, 31 shots for Montreal, 22 for Boston. And 4 of them zipped by Patrick Roy. And he does not allow 4 on his history in the league in playoffs. Bruins beat him high 3 times, and then a drilling shot on the power play. And McPhee over the line, the shot deflected high. Carbonell goes for it. In deep, block, Prop for Janney. Trying to come out. Prop had it, lost it. Janney, Bourque gets it. Way to Janney. Janney rushing over the line, penetrating. Janney, shot, save! Solid rush. Kept in now by Bourque. Bourque a shot. It's wide. Janney taken down in the corner. And Ludwig on top of him, or beside him, in heavy action there. And what a rush by Craig Janney for a testing shot on Roy.
Here's Craig Janney coming up over center ice with a lot of steam, pumping his legs pretty good. And then he just drags it back, snaps a wrist shot. Patrick Roy down. Right here. Tries to use Ludwig for a screen. Roy makes a leg save.
And the face-off to the right of Roy. Playoff overtime records, Montreal and Boston.
It's absolutely, really means nothing now. This is a whole new game.
Dave Christian out there with Carter and Carpenter, Don Sweeney and Ray Bourque. First minute of play and a testing shot by Craig Janney. Skrudland against Christian. Cam Neely, 2 goals. Stephen Richer, 2 goals. 4 times the Bruins came from behind. The draw to Chelios. Checked by Carpenter. They battle for it. Skrudland back to help out. Up the boards and out. Don Sweeney going for it. Canadians changing up. Up for Carpenter, can't handle it. Will be icing. One of the rare icings by the Boston Bruins. As a face-off in the Boston end. Mike Milbury looking on. What an outstanding job the rookie coach has done after 2 years with the Maine Mariners. Bruins record versus Montreal in playoff overtime games, 7 and 16.
Well, we only care about the 7.
Face-off to the left of Andy Moog. For the Canadiens, Richer, Skrudland, and Corson. Richer with 2 goals, Corson with 1. Mike McPhee has 1. That's the Canadiens. 2 by Cam Neely. Brian Propp and John Carter the others. Skrudland and Christian. Fought for it. Bruins move it back to Bourque. Around the boards to Carter. Carter able to get it outside the line. Knocked down on the play. In a heavy collision there.
Richer / Carter.
Carter's going out.
No, both are, I think.
High stick. Carter is the only signal. A power play for Montreal.
Oh, boy.
Well,
Richer. Good acting job.
Here's Carter.
Watch. Richer comes in with the slash. Right there, reaches back. That's a chop on the ankle. Carter's stick was up to deflect the reach back slash. The 2 of them should have gone for high sticking and slashing. He's just defended himself from the slash.
John Carter out. Power play Montreal in overtime. Ray Bourque arguing with Hogarth.
Well, there's no
high sticking.
No argument. You got to kill it. That's all there is to it.
And for the Canadiens, Skrudland, Corson, and Richer out there with Svoboda and Chelios. Bruins have 1 power play goal and Montreal 0. Carpenter and Prop now with Wesley and Bork. Chelios drops it in. Svoboda hustles in. Takes a hit from Bork. Corson keeps it in. Hit by Bork. Prop battling. It goes behind the net. Richer, a shot blocked by Moog. Richer came off from behind the net and put that one right on with a forehand one. Would have been a hat trick and it would have been all over. Richer is checked by Bork. Prop able to clear it.
What a great defensive play by Ray Bork.
Bork goes off. And Galley and Don Sweeney on. Chelios is checked. Gets it now over the line for Corson. Looking for Richer. Don Sweeney takes him down. Corson gets it. Corson goes behind the net, puts it in front. And a save by Andy Moog as Corson walked out in front. And Moog coming up big on Richer and Corson here. 1:15 left on Carter's penalty. It is 4-4. We're in sudden death overtime at the Garden.
Andy Moog, far post. He knows the wraparound's coming. Got the stick there. That forces it into his foot, tight on the post. Falls on it, face off.
Plays like that have resulted in the Canadian goals.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
amazingly.
Just
The first three were from all around in close, and Richer's wound up.
Goalmouth scrambles, loose pucks. Nobody taking the puck, just taking the body. The puck is lying there. Somebody's got to golf it out of the way.
Christian drawing with Bob Smith. And it goes right to Chelios, over to Svoboda. Into Smith. Smith creates a lot of room with his great stick handling ability. Gets it across for Chelios. The shot blocked by Andy Moog in the corner. Knocked away. Christian clears it out as he intercepted the pass with great help by Bob Sweeney, who preoccupied two Canadians in the corner. Bob Sweeney stays out there. Wesley and Bork return. Svoboda back now for Lemieux on Wesley. Goes deep. Puts it in front. Knocked away by Bork. Bob Sweeney able to clear it out. 40 seconds left on Carter's penalty. Sudden death overtime. We're in the third minute of the sudden death. Svoboda away now to Chelios. Chelios over the line. Block goes to the boards. Bork gets it. Put it accidentally on Moog, who had to block it. It took a weird deflection in front. Back comes Svoboda. Up now for Walter. Walter has played not too much in this game. And the breakup, and the Bruins started out. Janney coming, short-handed with Don Sweeney. Leaves it for Don Sweeney. He is trapped in deep. The Canadians come back. Janney hustles back. Lemieux taps it in, but they're changing up, and Boston at full strength. Back comes Don Sweeney. Drives it in wide over Watt. 4-4. Daigneault. Dufresne. Carbonneau. Checked on the play. Down goes a Canadian. Bruins keep it in to Janney behind the net. In front. Shot. Score! The Bruins win it in sudden death overtime. The Bruins win it 5-4 as Janney gets his fourth assist. They lead 2-0.
I don't tell you the truth. That Gary Galley got it. Coming in on the point. What a great play by Craig Janney to thread that needle. What a pass he made. Gary Galley.
Well, he cut for the net, and Janney gets his fourth assist, and the Bruins win it. Coming from behind, 16-18 left in sudden death overtime. Gary Galley broke for the net, set up by Janney. And penalty killing, a big factor there. The Canadians came storming on the power play. Andy Moog turned them aside.
It gets kept in at the point by Galley, right here. Prop checks him, that's the key. Galley stays with it, keeps it along the line, threads it into Janney, who is deep behind the net. Galley doesn't quit his job, he goes to the net, right there, upstairs, up over the fallen Patrick Roy, who's wanted to say, talk too early, and he's got 5 by him tonight. Very close. Did not go out over the blue line. The whole puck has to. Janney waits, threads the needle. Gary Galley upstairs.
Craig Janney, there's Gary Galley.
One happy cowboy.
Craig Janney made a great rush on his own for a save by Roy, and now he sets up Galley on a give and go. And the Bruins win in sudden death overtime to go up 2-0. And Ron Hogarth off the hook, he gave the Canadiens the power play. I won't say gave it to him, but it looked like matching penalties there.
You have to call it. The Bruins gamely came out, fought that penalty off. And then the Canadiens kind of sagged a little bit. Boston got Carter back. Went on the offense. A great play, Galley to Janney. Back to Galley. 4th assist for Craig Janney. What a performance by the young man.
And the Bruins win in sudden death overtime. And now the next game on TV 38, that will be Monday night in Montreal. It is Boston 5 and Montreal 4. And we'll have the recap in a moment.
The Montreal Canadiens 4, yes, overtime. Now, after the first 2 games of the Adams Division title series, it's a best of 7, of course. It's Boston 2, Montreal nothing, going to the Forum. Gary Galley, who had the game winner, Dave Shea's guessing.
All right, Tom, thank you. This being the 7th straight year that the Bruins and Canadiens have met in the playoffs, you wouldn't think there'd be many firsts for this team to achieve, but Andy Moog picked up his first ever playoff shutout in Game 1, and now Gary Galley picks up his first overtime goal ever under any conditions, Pee-wees included.
I tell you, and I'm going to cherish it always. It was, it's never going to come down from it. It was just a great, the puck squirted. It was a good check at the blue line. The puck squirted loose, and I just kept it in, and I went right down to Craig, and what a pass. I mean, put it right on my tape, and I just released it as quick as I could, and when I seen it go in, I tell you, it was the greatest feeling I've had in a long, long time.
Well, let's take a look at it, because it came not long after you survived a penalty, and you went in.
Just kept it in here, and I seen Craig waving his stick, and I went down, and both guys are going to the net hard, and I don't know who that 34, he wasn't looking, and I just came right in, and one time did it as quick as I could. I tell you, you'll see how excited I was. But what a play by Craig Janney. Let me tell you, here it is here. Just kept it in. It was onside all the way, and McPhee fell, and it gave me an opportunity to get in behind him. But what a pass right here. Craig Janney's been doing it all year. It's just, what a play.
Looked like Dufresne helped you a little bit there by picking Courtnall.
Yeah, he kind of gave me a little bit of room there, but yeah, it's just, I can watch this over a million times. Let me tell you, Dave. There you can see it's onside. Gordy Clark said to me on the bench, he said, it's yours. You're going to get it tonight. You're going to walk in and roof it. And boy, I got to have him talk to me more often, I tell you. What a pass. It's just, I tell you, that's great.
Were you really excited? I mean, look at the pictures. You don't look that excited.
Oh, I tell you. Can you tell it's my first one?
Well, you certainly can tell it's the game winner. And with little Shaylin born, what, a week ago? Not
yeah,
even.
I want to say hi to my wife, Terry Lynn, and Shaylin at home. I love you both, and that's just for you guys.
Well, he gives the team a 2-0 lead, headed up to Montreal, and unbelievable momentum to take into the Forum. How does this compare? Well, maybe it's not a fair question to ask, but how does this compare to other trips into the Forum after a victory here in the Garden?
Well, I tell you what, I was sitting in the dressing room in between the third period and the overtime, and I thought about last year, how we went in there and we lost the first game by 1 goal. And then we lost the second one in overtime, and this time we won the first game, and I was just thinking maybe fate has a strange way of doing things, and maybe it was only fair that we win this one in overtime, and we did. And it was, it's hard to compare. It's like comparing apples and oranges. Just every series is different, and we go into Montreal, and we're going to be on a high, but we can't be too high. We have to be ready to come back down and play some good hockey. We put ourselves in a good position, and we have to keep playing well.
Isn't it interesting that after all the analysis in the local press by the Canadiens on how to beat Andy Moog, you guys come out and burn Patrick Roy with 4 shots up underneath the crossbar?
Yeah, well, every goalie has their weaknesses, and everybody tries to exploit them, and they all feel Andy is beatable up high, and we feel the same way, obviously, about Patrick Roy. And they're both very solid goaltenders, and they play great hockey. They've been playing great so far, and we were just fortunate to get the last one tonight. They jumped on us. They had the goal ahead all the time, the whole game, except for that last one. So, you know, it was a sweet one. It was really nice.
I'll go back to the dressing room and enjoy it. Thanks.
Whoop it up a little bit.
Gary Galley with the game winner, Tom.
All right, David. Bruins with a 2-0 lead and heading to the Forum in Montreal now for games 3 and 4 that will be up there on Monday and on Wednesday night. Final score in overtime at Boston Garden tonight in Game 2. Boston Bruins 5, Montreal Canadiens 4 on the overtime goal by Gary Galley.
Gets it, clears it out. Fort hammers it back in off Neely.